welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be giving you a few tips on making a bucket list.
But Mallory, there's lots of ways to make a list. I'm not dumb.
Yes, thank you. 100% don't think you're dumb. And I know there are plenty of ways to make a list. For example, if you had a piece of paper and some type of writing tool, that would work. Doesn't even have to be writing paper, it could be a napkin. But then, one day, you'd use that napkin, thereby losing your precious bucket list forever. However, I'm a little more than hyper-organized in most areas of my life. And so this list is going to be that too. There are heaps of ways that your bucket list can be organized. Alphabetical, location, expected date of completion, type, like if you have some food-oriented type goals on yours, by activity, where you might have to leave your house, travel destinations, where you would definitely have to leave your house. I currently have mine sorted based on importance to me at this time in my life. Moving on. The first tip I have is to keep your bucket list online. Not only is it easy to resort when you feel the sudden urge to reorder based on how many participants are required, but also your list will be readily available to you on multiple devices, tablet, phone, all of the laptops and computers that you're keeping.
What the? What's all that crap? How long has that been? I haven't seen that one since the 90s.
I would also recommend a platform with which you're familiar using. I'm an avid Google user, so if you're not already keeping a list somewhere, I would highly recommend you use Google Docs. Depending on your chosen platform, you can color, number, strike through. Shift-Alt-5 is the strike through keyboard shortcut in Google Docs if you're as passionate about keyboard shortcuts as I am. Who needs a mouse anyway? Am I right? Numero dos. Have only a few items at the top of your list or ones that you're currently focused on. I feel like this tip is more for goal-oriented type people such as myself, but who am I kidding? If you're keeping a list, it probably indicates that you're a goal-oriented type person anyway. Anyway, having only a few items you're currently concentrating on will encourage you to not spread you and your resources too thin. I'm thinking time, money, and brain power. Also, prioritizing a few will discourage feeling overwhelmed or stressed, because keeping a bucket list is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be work or like a job. Mine, at least, is a variety of goals, large and small, with a range of difficulties that I'd like to accomplish sometime in my life, and yours can be that too. Lastly, I would highly recommend that you review your list. Not every day, unless you really want to, but regularly, like annually. There's so many things that I've taken off my list because times change. Maybe you don't want to have a pen pal anymore because you'd prefer to travel and meet people and then stay in touch on some type of social media platform. In any case, when you review, I wouldn't recommend deleting per se, but rather moving to the way bottom of your list in a section called Maybe.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Or if you're using Google Docs, you can delete them because there's a way to view past versions of that document. I'm just making a couple edits here in this example bucket list to show you version history being used in Google Docs. You look under File, Version History, and then click on View Version Histories. You can take a gander and check out the changes that have been made in the lifetime of that document. Additions, removals, edits, all marked in green in order to distinguish those from other formattings that you may have in that document. Bonus tip though, make sure you take as many photos as possible, or videos. Not so many that would take you out of the moment so that you can appreciate what you're actually doing, but enough so that you could document and remember what an adventure it was. After those gold nuggets of advice, you might still be having doubts, like,
Do you know what year it is? I'm not going to start a bucket list in 2020. There are still months left this year, and who knows what's coming at us next.
sure, you might have a point in that last bit, but I think 2020 is the perfect year to start your bucket list. I've had one for a long time, but this year in particular, it's helped me stay busy, focused, and keep depression at bay. It'll also give you something to look forward to. It's not like every item I have is to visit another country, though there are several travel-centered ones on there. Some of my favorites so far have been pouring paint into balloons and then sticking those balloons onto canvas and then throwing darts at them with my friends. I obviously watched Princess Diaries one too many times and felt inspired, even though I don't think of myself as particularly artistic.
So this is considered art. Yes!
Another one of my favorites happened only a few months ago. My Star Wars fan boyfriend and I finished this giant Millennium Falcon Lego set. It was amazing and actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. I would absolutely do another giant Lego set if they didn't all cost over $1,000. This one was obviously a gift.
Help me, I'm poor.
The last that I'll share is being woken up by a mariachi band in Manchester on the morning of a Ultimate Frisbee hat tournament. You might be like,
Don't lie to me. That's way too specific. There's no way that was on your bucket list.
and you'd be absolutely right. It was not on my bucket list. I did add it there after the fact, but it was so random and so fun that I felt like I wanted to memorialize it somehow. Anyway, if you can't tell by my expression, I'm really excited about this project and sharing it with you. If you found these tips useful in any way, even a little, if you wouldn't mind gently tapping that like button or smashing it, whatever you want, just make sure it's blue at the end. And while you're at it, subscribe. I'll be working on my list and I'd love to guide you through yours. I'd apologize for my awkwardness, but it's probably only going to get worse as I upload more and more videos. So thanks for watching. Bye. For my her English is so hard. Let me know in the comments. This is you typing. This is you typing in the comments. Or Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. My heart Han. No spoilers. The movie's been out over a year. It doesn't count as a spoiler.